Okay, so I'm sure we've all had like fights with your parents or with your friends or even like with customers if you guys have a job. And like you said something wrong or you realize you're at fault, so you apologize. And this quote says, "Never apologize and never explain it's a sign of weakness" by John Wayne. And I don't agree, like I don't think that if you apologize that you'll show weakness. Like for example, me and my mom, we fight and like I'll say something mean and like, I'll say something mean and like dumb, like I'll just be like, "Oh, like honestly mom, like you're so annoying, like I don't even know why you're here, like just leave," I don't know, something, and then like I'll regret it later. So like I'll apologize, and I don't think that makes you like look weak. It kind of just like, it shows that you know that you messed up and like you opened your eyes and you realize the situation. And you like related to the other person's feelings, so you apologize. So I think it just kind of shows that you're a bigger person. And another example is like with your friends. Like I've been in fights with my friends, and just because I apologize doesn't necessarily mean I'm weak, but like that I just miss their friendship or like it's like my friend, so why am I gonna just not apologize when I clearly messed up? And for like my last one is like at work, like with customers, if you're like if you apologize like for them waiting, it doesn't make you weak. Like, so if I tell a customer like, "Oh, thank you, like sorry that you had to wait" or something, like it doesn't really make me show weakness. It just shows that like I care about the customer. So I don't agree with this quote that you should never apologize and explain because it's a sign of weakness. I think that like you should apologize if you're wrong, and you should explain if you have to, because sometimes when like we're angry we say things that we shouldn't say. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I couldn't breathe. I'm gonna make a 40 minutes.
All right, well, I thought you had a pretty solid attempt to connect with the audience at the beginning of the speech using kind of a shared experience. You identify what your topic is, you have a clear statement of what your purpose is. It's not really a preview, but I could tell that there was a structure that you were talking about. You've got the structure down, you're having a little bit of trouble filling the examples with some detail. Tell us a story. I mean, you're going to think about like the apologizing to a customer or apologizing to your mother. If you could remember one of those fights that you had with your mother and tell us a little bit of a story about it and why it was important to apologize afterwards and how it helped your relationship, that's going to be more interesting. I mean, basically you're giving us the thumbnail sketch of this, you know, the idea that you had in your head without turning it into the speech. So you have to add a little bit of content. And that's one of those things that you have to do on your own. I like the fact that you try to get the topic out of your hand while you're speaking, but it is a little strange that you then stand over next to it and you keep turning and you speak almost sideways, looking at it like, well, if I look over here, maybe an idea will come to me. You got to think about the ideas that you came up with and put that aside and try and stick to those things, because that becomes a distraction to you. Your voice needs to project more at the beginning, and you need to keep that up. You have a tendency to just, you talk quietly, and then you get even quieter as you're moving along. So I think you'll notice that when you listen to the video back, you'll see, oh yeah, I am doing something that's a little bit different. And most people don't realize that. They think, oh, I'm so loud and I'm screaming, and you're not. You need to be a little bit more forceful while you're speaking. All right, I think that's fine.